What's funny about childbirth?
It's a race between two teams to see who can give birth first before our consultant decides to do a cesarean.
Pulling teeth is no laughing matter.
I've never had any trouble with my teeth. Well, I had them all out when I was 20.
And doctors are certainly no joke.
To a man, we say, what's the problem? To a woman, what seems to be the problem?
Imelda Staunton presents It's a Girl, tonight at 10 on Channel 4.
He was going to show her the time of her life if it was the last thing he'd do.
I think your husband is dead.
Kirstie Alley's having a bad day. Sibling rivalry tomorrow at 10 on 4.
Roger Bolton checks out Roddy Doyle's BBC drama Family, plus a look at the Italian premier, who's also a media mogul. Right to Reply, next.
Beechwood smoked, Herta Frankfurters, one of life's simple pleasures.
Oh no, we've gone too far this time.
One too many and you might turn 30.
If you want more choice from a car, the answer is the Fiat Punto. There's a choice of 4 different engines and 4 different interiors. A choice of 3 and 5-door body styles. And a choice of 13 striking colors. So there's a Punto to suit everyone. Fiat Punto, the answer.
Once upon a time, the diesel car was an unfortunate beast. But the diesel has changed. And so has our diesel fuel. Esso Diesel 2000 helps make diesels of every generation cleaner, healthier creatures. Esso Diesel 2000. A new generation of diesel.
तो ज़्यादा समाधान खाए खेली तब बस रात हो रही तब सुबह से फिर जाए हम जाते हैं तो पकड़ लेता है और उनका लोग जीत हो जाती है ऐसा हम पकड़ लेते हैं जाते हैं हमारी जीत हो जाती है तो
You don't have to understand the language to understand the difference you can make in Christian Aid Week.
Police are closing in on road tax evaders. They face a fine of up to £1,000 on the back tax. There's no getting away from it.
He's getting to the stage where I think, oh God, just hurry up, come on out. The first 3 months I had my head constantly down the toilet. You can't bend your back, obviously. Yeah. And like, you get cramp in your legs when you're on top for too long. It's an experience, it's a laugh. Was the husband allowed to be pregnant? That wasn't...
Belle Mooney finds out how women are having their babies in the 90s. Birthrights, tomorrow at 9 on 4. In half an hour, the unexpected death last Thursday of Labour leader John Smith forms the main agenda of A Week in Politics. First on Channel 4, a chance to hear what you think of television in Right to Reply.
Hello. All of you who have been complaining about too much crime and violence on television will be glad to hear that following their meeting with the government's Heritage Secretary, Peter Brook, the Independent Television Commission has agreed to monitor output closely. Judging by our calls, many of you think a tightening up of the 9 o'clock watershed should be next on Mr. Brook's agenda. The Monday evening early repeats of Channel 4's Don't Forget Your Toothbrush have come in for a lot of criticism. Toothbrush finished its current series on Saturday night with a compilation of highlights from its run, but the Monday repeat was dropped.
I was delighted to see that Channel 4 decided not to go ahead with the transmission of a naked man dancing behind the screen in its early evening repeat slot of Don't Forget Your Toothbrush. I had gone on Right to Reply some time ago to complain that the item was unsuitable for early evening viewing, only to find that it was to be shown again in the omnibus edition of Toothbrush. I also contacted the Independent Television Commission and received an assurance that they would register their own concerns to Channel 4. On Monday, the special end of series Toothbrush was due for its repeat transmission. I phoned several people at Channel 4 to express my anger that the offending item was to be repeated yet again. At the 11th hour, it was pulled. It was good to see that viewer power and common sense can prevail. Unlike the appointed heads of Broadcasting Standards Council, we may not be invited to see the likes of government ministers, but you and I can still make our views count.
Channel 4, the listening channel. Well, can television do anything but criticise? We've had a lot of calls over recent weeks from people frustrated by television programmes which keep portraying problems, but then never show how viewers can get help. Thursday night's Channel 4 documentary Living with Leslie moved many of you to call. It told how Leslie Elliott's breast cancer had been misdiagnosed. Leslie told Right to Reply, television shouldn't just tell tragic stories, but must offer people support as well.
It is a dreadful disease that affects 30,000 women a year, and unless we face it head on, and unless we really tackle it and bring it to the attention of the public, then we're really not going to find the answers. We are then offering a support service through the phone lines, which are open 12 hours a day. And I think anybody who has seen any of the programmes this week with Give Me Health, they're covering a wide range of women's issues, women and health. Do call. Don't sit at home and worry. There are people who can help. Definitely pick up that phone and make that call. It will be dealt with totally confidentially, and it will cost you nothing.
The Give Me Health helpline is open until midnight tonight and all this week from 11 a.m. until late. You can call it on 0800 500 800.